Hey, what's up guys, TheCampingRusher here. We got a massive one for you today. A couple updates, what's going on currently, but also looking at next season. A couple big leaks, all right? They might end up being true, they might not, but we're going to talk about it. Stick with me. First, I know we didn't get the airplanes. We were supposed to get the airplanes. I wasn't making that up. There was a quest that was supposed to release this week with the non-downtime content update that had to do with airplanes. They removed it 1 minute before the update hotfix went live, so they brought back crash pads instead. Now, don't worry. I think airplanes are still going to come. They've just delayed it. And the reason I think it's going to come is because we've got these runway mini POIs found across the map. There's 3 of them, and this is where the airplanes are set to spawn. And again, there were challenges ready to go for this week, so Epic did plan to do it. Maybe they're just delaying it, adding a little bit more spice to next week's 0.3 update, right? They've basically confirmed it's going to be the 0.3 update, downtime update in the Fortnite blog post, and then 0.4 will be 2 weeks after that. So we're all on schedule. Subscribe, turn your noties on. I'm your guy. I'll keep you up to date on all things Fortnite. Of course, with 22.3, we're not going to go over extensively what we know, but it's scheduled for next Tuesday, November 1st. Fortnite does end that day. I believe Horde Rush will be going another 2 weeks after that. By the way, I got Horde Rush going in the background. People have been saying it's harder. It was harder. This was after the big hotfix we talked about in the previous video. I had fun with it, man. You definitely have to prep ammo-wise. You got to have a decent squad. I had one buddy with me and then 2 randoms, but spoiler, we pulled it off. So I had a fun time with it. What were your thoughts? Although I do miss the Storm King. Like, I really do. That boss is hard at the end. He just doesn't look as cool. He doesn't intimidate me as much, right? So I hope one day we get the Storm King back. Remember, the Storm King was updated in August, so that's why we thought he was going to be coming back with this Fortnite. Didn't end up happening, of course. I'll keep you updated. Maybe they'll bring it back next year. We can hope. But also, 2 days after the next Tuesday's update, the Herald will also become available. So, FN Akko says it here, and I hope he's right. I hope we get a story trailer or some story progression with that. Now, I think we should be getting some quests, right? We haven't had new audio quests since not this update, not the previous update, but the one before that. They reveal a lot, right? So more dialogue between the Paradigm Jones. What is she up to in her reality, right? She's trying to figure this Chrome thing out. Is that going to be an important spot next season? Hopefully the quest will help us answer some of these things. In the background, I got just a little concept trailer. Farrell's, he's just so good. Go check him out. He's linked down below. And just a little work in progress scene. One of the scenes he's done. Just backing up the fact that this guy one day needs to work for Epic, man. It looks so clean. With the 22 update, the following wraps were bugged, and they were just fixed with our previous update. So if you own any of these things, you can see the before-after photos when they broke. They are back to the before versions of themselves, so all good to go. Another issue was with the Saint Academy quest pack from a couple days back. It now properly displays the intended amount of 1,000 V-Bucks in the in-game offer description. If you purchased it before this change, they'll be granting you 500 V-Bucks as compensation for this correction, right? Because it basically said the wrong amount of V-Bucks, so you get to be paid for it if you were early and capitalized. This is where we talk about some of the big stuff. So bear with me, all right? First, let's start with this 23.1, which is next season, not right away the first update, but the update after the season launch, is now being tested on the future season's playtesting server, the same that explicitly had 22.4 specified and had the Asteria map on it, okay? And Asteria, it doesn't really mean a ton, not confirming we're getting a map next season or anything, but one other tweet, this is from September, kind of a reminder we've talked about. Creative 2.0 is codenamed Valkyrie, and it has its own build. They would not make Artemis as a do not use map if there isn't something to replace it, okay? Asteria is not Creative 2.0. It is Battle Royale, and I think this is the main point that matters. Whether it's next season or not is up in the air, right? But they are working on it, and there's test servers that say do not use the current Battle Royale map, Artemis. That's what we're on now. So let's talk a little bit about Admire, okay? And we talked about his concept map. It's been going around. It's a full-on concept, by the way. He did a map from way back when for Chapter 3. It just looks super good, high-quality map. And he has always said that he's got an inside source at Epic, a buddy at Epic. Whether it's true or not, and he might be watching the video, but I do got to take everything he says with a grain of salt. It's just, right? I can't just come in here saying it's 100% true. But he did make some pretty cool points. So first, I'm going to talk about one thing, and that is the Greek mythology with Asteria, because it's all Greek mythology, all the code names: Apollo, Artemis, Asteria, and of course we had Athena. So related to our previous chapters, right? We're on Artemis right now. Apollo and Artemis are the nieces of this new Asteria code name. All right, the next map. And the only thing I'm going to point out, because I just learned this and I thought it was worth pointing out, is the story behind it. Asteria was being pursued by the god Zeus, and in order to escape him and his advances, she transformed herself into a bird and then into a wandering island. Asteria's sister came to her, the wandering island, the island that she is now turned into, and that's where she gave birth to Apollo and Artemis, which again are the Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 map code names. So I just wanted to point it out. That's the storyline. So use that to start making guesses, because Epic has obviously done this on purpose. Now, that's not all we got. He did send me this image, okay? And he says this is a blurred image I'm allowed to show you guys, and it could be real, could be fake. So I'm going to put that in front of you, all right? Now, there was another thing going around, and this one was super low-key. And I gotta be honest, this one looks a little bit more real to me. And it was actually tweeted at me from one of you guys. I did a bit of research, found it on Cypher's Reddit, actually. Maybe it comes true, maybe it doesn't, but in case it does, we're throwing it here on the channel. There's the first one. And it's basically, the idea is this is a drawn version because the original got deleted, of what the Chapter 4 Season 1 event is going to look like. I don't know if that's the event leading up to it or as we log into next season. So there's that one. And I don't know how I feel about that, right? Doesn't reveal a ton. Could be fake, could be real. What about this one? What you're seeing in front of you now is a reply from the previous post saying that similar to leaks that I have from some source, this one looks a little bit more real to me. I gotta be honest, right? You can see we've got some type of spaceship related to the last reality on the left, and the mothership that doesn't look like it's just planted in there on the top right side. A purple explosion, a rift in the sky, and it looks like Jones there at the bottom. And this would be the live event if it were true. So I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. Can anyone smarter than me recognize this? I can't really recognize it from anything else. Could be just a really well drawn, blurred out image. Let me know your thoughts. If we get confirmation one way or another, if any of these photos are true or fake, and I got to be honest, the one that I really think has a chance is this last one. The other two, I'm just showing you just in case. Let's just call it concept art. But this last one, I think there might be a real chance. Unless someone in the comments can steer me somewhere or send me a tweet, I'll keep doing research. And if it's, fake or real, I will come back on and confirm here with you in a future video. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Talk soon. Goodbye.